Hello, welcome to the 1 week sketchbook flip through tour. I never filmed one of these, and the video is just basically me rambling for 40 minutes. So my best advice, maybe have the video up in the background while you're cooking or cleaning or doing art, whatever you're doing. But it's mostly just literally a video of me like rambling and yapping. But if you're deciding to watch the whole thing, thank you for sticking around. This sketchbook literally actually tortured me. I feel like I cannot stress that enough, and I'm so very happy that I got through the challenge. But this video is just an extensive look through all the pages and me talking about some of the pages. So yeah, enjoy the video. I don't have a tripod, so this is the best I can do with my home setup. But here is my finished 1 week sketchbook. This is an art creation sketchbook, if you're curious. And this was the dimensions of the sketchbook. I think overall, I liked it. I think for pocket sketchbooks that I've had before, the paper is not bad. I do not hate the paper. It still was kind of really hard to layer a lot of the time with my gouache. I never used watercolor, so maybe if I ever try this again or buy this brand again, we'll see how the watercolor takes. But yeah, I think you just have to be a little bit more cautious when layering, but it's not the worst paper I've used. It's funny because my current pocket sketchbook that I'm using, it takes any gouache or watercolor like so horribly, so it's not the worst. But the stickers and the reason why it is dirty, I think that's like dried like glue, and I had Mod Podge on my hands, and when I would like touch the cover of it, it just will get on the cover, so it's unintentionally messy. But yeah, getting through the flip through, like I mentioned before, I had filled in previous pages before starting the challenge, but I truly don't think that had infringed on starting the challenge. But here's where the beginning pages I had filled in. And the cover that never even stayed true to. But and then now we start with day one. I just remember when this was the first square I ever worked on, and when starting the challenge, I like so regretted the color palette I was choosing. I was trying to go for like warm tones and then change it up with the blue or violet, but I feel like it just didn't work up the way I wanted to. This square I think is my favorite square out of the quilt designs I did on the first and second page. I think the color just helps stand out, especially the yellow. And then this is where we started to get lazy, because at this point, like, it's funny because I brought the sketchbook with me actually to the movie theaters. As I mentioned, like, I couldn't have all the time to work on day one fully, and I literally like did this. Like, the reason why it's like not filled in properly as much as this one is because I brought this into a dark movie theater with me, and then I gave up because I literally could not see anything. And the movie we were watching was the F1 movie. It was actually really good. Ironically, I really like the F1 movie. Would watch again. It's not my top movies, but I liked it a lot. But going back here, yes, this is where we start to get lazy. I just needed to think of quick ideas, and what came to mind was fishes, and I love drawing fishes, so I'm surprised that for the rest of the sketchbook I really just didn't draw different varieties of them. But I think the highlighters I used with those like really fancy, I cannot remember the brand. Let me try to find it, but this was the highlighters I used. I think it's like that knockoff brand of like that one highlight. I literally cannot remember the brand, but this was the one of the highlighters I used to draw the fishes. But going back to the flip through, I think at a later time I went back in and just like added gouache to it just to like add a pop of color. But most of the images I got from Pinterest, so you know, we love a good Pinterest. Oh, and this is supposed to be I mean, obviously it's a clownfish. I don't know, like, at the moment I was drawing it, I was like, I don't know what I was doing. I was tired. It was like 2 in the morning at this point, and clearly you can see how I given like this fish was so weird. I could not figure out how to make it look natural. I just need to do some quick sketches, but yeah, and that was that for day 1. Not much commentary for day 2, but this is when I started to have fun with pen, and I already talked about this house in the past video, but I really had started to have fun with just not sketching, because I think it was just so quick since I didn't have to sketch and then trace and plan and everything. But I also am glad I went back too, because originally I wasn't going to add any gouache to anything. I was just going to leave it black and white, but I feel like it added way more whimsy to a lot of the pages. Animals are also really, really hard to draw. Again, a lot of these animal pages, most if not all of the images that I draw are from Pinterest, because we love Pinterest in this household. Oops, I skipped. But yeah, his eye is super creepy, and I regret how creepy I drew that, but it's okay. And this, I'm probably gonna turn, this is one of the drawings I'm really proud of in the sketchbook, and I'm probably gonna turn it into like a full-blown drawing and like color and all that stuff on my iPad on Procreate, but you know, really proud of this one. This owl did not turn out the way I wanted to. The deer, it's pretty good. Anything front facing is really hard to draw, as you can see with these 2 examples, but the fruit and the olives, again, I was just giving up, because at this point it was like 10 at night, and I'm just like, oh, I just need something to draw. I hate this. Like, this is okay. You know, it's not the best, but I'm not hating it. It's so ugly. But yeah, that concludes much of day 2. I guess my favorite page, I would have to say, is me drawing my cat. Here's a picture of my cat. His name is Milo. He's one of the newer additions, but we have him for like maybe like a year and a half, but I love him a lot. And I was drawing outside at this time, and he was sitting on his little cat tree, and I just drew him through the window, so I had fun with that. Day 3, this is where I really started to just hunker down and do collage stuff. I think I like said this in passing during the video, but I tried to not do collage at this moment, just because, like, again, I wanted to more practice on my drawing skills, but I think for this, again, like, the sake of the challenge, like, I just didn't have time to constantly be drawing like detailed pages. Even, again, this is not detailed, but I think you know what I mean. So I was just like, you know what, we're just gonna do collages. I feel like I definitely got glue poisoning or something during the week, because the Mod Podge smell, it is so strong. But yeah, just took some stickers, and the paper in the background is actually the paper I used to like blend my colors. And I liked all the fun colors with that, so decided to keep that. Oh, forgot, day 3 was landscapes. I'm really proud of this. It's simple, but it reminds me of like childhood, like, you know, backgrounds and like childhood books or whatever, you know. Like, I don't know, I out of all the landscapes I did, this is one of my favorites. This, not so proud of. I like realized the picture I chose, it had so much detail in it, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to commit to all that. So I just, you know, same with a lot of the landscapes for day 3. I was just like, I don't know if I want to commit that much. But you know, it looks, I'm not proud of the flowers, but it's fine. I truly, when I started my collages, I think usually my process is for collages, I don't really think, I just kind of do. And I think the first thing, because I built off the basis of my collage was all this receipts. I like collect receipts. I don't ever know what I'm going to use them for, but I just collect them, usually for junk drilling or scrapbooking or whatever. And then obviously receipts, I was thinking money. And then I found this cutout from a scrap I saved, and I'm like, cat and mouse, capitalism, spending money. So, you know, I just kind of, the idea for this page just kind of snowballed from there. But, oh, this landscape I'm actually pretty proud of. I feel like I could have done a better job in like texturing the rocks and put more detail in the dirt, but you know, color wise, I like it a lot. So this, I didn't have a direction. I just, you know, well, scraps saved. I just liked it. I like the paper. Moving on. This house could have been so much more better, but I think for it being in between pages, and just starting off with watercolor and being impatient for all the pages to dry, didn't work out in my favor, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, horses. This was my first ever time drawing horses. I'm really bad at drawing animals, if you can't tell already. But horses, I think I got better. I got better 100%. It's a learning curve, you know, drawing is a learning curve, guys. Yeah, I didn't have a direction with this one. This one, again, as the narrative goes, I have a lot of scraps saved, and I remember I really liked the art and I wanted to keep the people inside, and I was thinking like, oh, friendly neighborhood. It's a really cute, I think it's a really cute spread. I really like this one too. I like the nature vibes, I guess, of it. This one, yeah, this I was totally giving up because I realized I did not know how to paint clouds, and I'm like, oh, like I'm just gonna keep moving on. Yeah, this one, I don't really know what's going. I know this is a painting of Aphrodite, I want to say. I forgot who painted this. But what's inside of here, it's like a poem. You can pause and read if you want, but one of the old books I thrifted for like a book, it was like a book of love poems, and I'm like I regret tearing out pages from the book because I love all the poems every time I read through it. So every time I use the book of love poems in scrapbooking or whatever, or collaging, I always try to preserve the poem because usually the poem is really good. Oh, and last page of day 3, did not have a direction for this one. I just stuck everything on, and I like the matching color palettes, but that is that for day 3. Day 4, you know, I don't know, like, again, a lot of the time I was just mostly kind of filling up the pages. Like, I didn't have a goal, I just needed to do something, and I think I tried drawing something underneath and I hated it so much, so I decided to do a collage instead. Was this? Okay, this is where we practiced all the horses. because I think, yeah, it's one of the rare days where I just didn't do collaging during that day, but I don't know, today in particular I was just very I just wanted to draw horses. This turn it this way. I actually went to a rodeo. It was either, yeah, no, it was a day before I started the challenge. Me and my best friend, we went to a rodeo and we got like one of the premium club tickets, and I wanted to save that since this day was very horse filled. This page, one of my favorites. I have like 3 favorites. The one I said previously, this is my second favorite. And I actually, right now, I traced it onto my iPad and I'm making it into like a full-blown art piece. But yeah, I think today was just, or not today, but this day was just of practicing horses. Yeah, you can see my anatomy is not good. Once I like started at the head and like tried to do the rest of the picture, I was like, yeah, I'm giving up. Like, it's gonna be an interpretive piece of a cowboy about to do bareback riding. Same with this. I love the head of the horse. I think that looks really good. Everything else, we can ignore this page. If we were to just keep this page, amazing. This page, it can be done without. I don't even know how these faces ended up the way they did, but that's okay. Same with this horse. Oh god, yeah. Don't ask me to ever draw faces traditionally. Truly do not ever ask me to draw faces traditionally at all. Oh, I'm really proud of this horse eye. This horse eye, if anyone of the channel who watches me, you probably don't watch them because my channel's like 22 subscribers. Anyways, if you watch Groupcast, they were reading a story called Mother Horse Eyes, and I think what drew me to draw all these horses was while I was listening to Mother Horse Eyes. I was just doing day 4, and I just, was inspired to draw a horse eye based on the title of the story. But yeah, today was a very cowboy filled day. Practicing boots because shoes and stuff is really hard to draw. Spurs, my friend, like my best friend, like she rode horses, she's taking care of horses, she like knows all about the horse stuff. I forget what the point of spurs are, but just wanted to draw it because why not? Yeah, same. This face, I forgot which bareback rider or PBR professional I was trying to draw. I don't remember. But obviously it did not turn out the way I wanted to, so it was like, I can't do this anymore. But, oh, this fucking face I hate so much. But yeah, and we're moving on to the faces, but I hate this horse a lot, especially, she haunts me in my nightmares. I wish I could have done a better job, but I think at this point, obviously, I was like doing this in one sitting, so I was completely giving up, but could have been worse. Day 5. I keep specifying this in my past video, I keep specifying this in this video. I am bad at drawing faces traditionally. I do not know what it is. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's just a different feel when you're on an iPad in comparison to holding a pencil and paper. But I'm not proud of these faces now. Every face I've done, I'm not proud of it. I think it has like a cute art style, but it's just something I hate. Like, I always try to emulate like realistic faces. Like, that's the kind of art style I want to go for. But again, for some reason, it just does not translate. onto paper. But you know, it's whatever. Same theme, I guess. I had this lotto ticket saved. I think my mom, like, she wanted to scratch a loteria scratcher, did not win anything, but I really liked the design of the scratcher, so I wanted to keep it, because why not, you know? This is actually supposed to be Claro, funnily enough, but you know, it does not look like her at all. But again, it's all practice. This page I really like a lot too. This is one of the few collages that I'm really like, I vibe with it. A lot of the, not a lot, I think all the little scraps, all the flowers, they came from this one magazine I found on like the side of the road or something like that, or I was at a coffee shop and I was like laying there. I don't remember, but it was free for taking. I didn't steal it. I don't do that, guys. I don't steal. But yeah, it was one of those like art magazines, and it had so much potential for different spreads. So yeah, really like this page. Oh god, yeah. Again, I don't know. I really don't know. This picture I really liked because it was like an older man, but I don't know how to draw wrinkles, so I gave up on the face. I really like the nose though. One thing about me, I love drawing noses. I love it. Love drawing them. Every other part of the face, hate it. I love drawing noses though. This was a picture of a cat I saw on Pinterest. I thought it was really cute because of the little fish it was holding. Ugh, poor fish, but it's okay. Yeah, same thing with this spread. Simple, but I like it a lot. Okay. This collage, I low-key was losing it. I truly, I was losing my shit. I don't even think I had a theme for it. I kind of was just really going. I just like would find scraps in my scrap bin, and I just stuck shit on, like, yeah. Truly didn't have a plan for this spread, and I do not like it at all, but you know what, it got us through the day. I think this artwork I saved from a clothing brand I bought from, and I always wanted to use it for something. I didn't know what I was gonna use it for. But, oh, and this I took from a zine. I usually feel really bad about destroying other people's zines, but I think the point of zines and artwork is that it's a continuous cycle. You know what I mean? Like, you know, save a zine that you want to save and look through in the future, but like, this is a zine that I loved a lot, but it had so much potential for like different spreads, so in collaging. But yeah, this was a poem from, excuse me if I mispronounce her name, Rumi Kapar. And I feel like a lot of the 2016 Tumblr girlies, we were all obsessed with her. And that, you know, I was obsessed with her poems at the time, but now future me and reading so much other people's work of poetry, you know, she's not my favorite anymore, but I think out of all the poems from her bodies of work of Milk and Honey series, I loved this poem a lot. And this poem meant a lot to me at the time too, because I was going through a breakup, and I think at the time, again, this poem really spoke true to how I felt during that breakup era. But you know, we got through it, and no direction for the page, but I liked, you know, the artwork I chose for the background. Horsey, not proud of her. Not proud of her at all, but I like the border. I've always liked artwork with this kind of border, but I low-key kind of got lazy a lot of the time. I put a lot of my effort into this side and a little bit of this side, but everything else kind of got super lazy. This, fan of this. I like how easy snakes are to draw. It's just one big line, but yeah. Oh, I like, okay, the anatomy is not good on this face. I'm proud of it though. It's not the worst, not the best, but not the worst. And again, love the nose. I love drawing noses. I'm actually proud of this one too. This one is not bad either. I like the hair on it. This page, I saved it from a map I got on my Oregon road trip, and we were like in Washington for like a day, and a lot of the gas stations I always thought that they had like massive, you know, Seattle, the surrounding area in Washington. I've always wanted to go to Seattle. If anything, I've always wanted to live there too. One day I will visit and see it, but yeah, I don't know what text inspired me to put this, but just going off of whatever. And then this I saved from maps too, and news articles from when me and my best friend, we went to go on a camping trip actually in the Satinless and Yosemite area. And I was just really inspired to just tell people to touch grass. Day 6. I know my sanity was going fucking crazy during day 6 because I know, again, I mean, I lost a lot of energy and spark during these days. But you know, yeah, I just remember not having any idea what I wanted to do on this page. And then the first image that came up on my Pinterest feed was pears. So I was like, you know what? Why not? This page was more of a filler page as I waited for this landscape to dry. Super proud of this page. Super, super proud. One of my favorites. You know, I almost say, like, I don't have an order of my favorites, but this is definitely one of them. I put a lot of my all into this page. And I think I also have one of the pages in here is my absolute top favorite. But yeah, I was realizing with all the practice I've been doing with gouache of like layering and how to layer, but I guess since we're on this page, one thing that I don't like about the art creations book is that there's this kind of like film on the paper, and it, like, when you put like water on it, it just kind of crumbles up a little bit, and that is not my favorite. But you know, for it not being like a specialty, like, you know, paper, like for specifically like for water-based paints, not the worst paper I've worked on, but yeah, one of my favorite landscapes. Yeah, this page, no direction. This page was mostly used to wait for the layers to dry on this page. Again, same case. I got too lazy when I realized the amount of detail I'd have to work on this. And since I'm being on a time crunch, I did not feel like, you know, putting my all into this one, like the last one. So I just kept going forward. I think I was trying to draw my other cat. Her name is Sabrina. Here's a picture of her. Yeah, did not look like her at all. I tried drawing her with her eyes closed, but you know, it didn't end up that way. It does not even look like her. Not even proud of this. Barely looks like a cat, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, this is the day for hand practice. You know, my hands are not good. They are not good. When I was showing my best friend this, she was like, oh my god, the hands are so good. You are lying to me. I love you, but this is one of the instances I know you're lying. Because, dude, like, you're fucking lying. Like, you're like, what is, like, where is the pinky going? Why is the thumb like that? Why is there only four fingers? But it's whatever. Same with this. Like, what? Like, I'm not, like, I think I was drawing, I mean, I wrote this little note because at the same time I was drawing this hand, right next to my computer screen, it was like a video, and I was more paying attention to the video. And then I'm like, okay, what the fuck did I just draw? Like, these are not bad. This is okay. But these two, dude. And I tried putting, like, stickers on these pages to, like, make it cutesy, but the stickers couldn't save it in this moment. Proud of these, actually. This one is pretty good, too. Again, I think the folds on the arm are not the best, but, you know, again, not trying to hate that much. I'm hating on this, though. I think with hands, I realize I just need to work on the folds of the hands and the muscles, but, you know, another day. That can be saved for another day. Yeah, not much to say. This one, not the worst. Again, not the worst. I think a lot of the placement of the fingers could be worked on, and them sharing consistent sizing of the fingers, but I don't hate it. The fists are so easy to draw. Obviously you realize that during the page, but yeah, not too bad to draw. Yeah, not much about these fingers. I don't know why I drew it so far down, but the line so far down, but it's okay. Oh, yes, and my favorite page. I was excited to get here. This, I knew it, again, I wanted to go big or go home for this page, because before day 7, before the challenge really ended. But, so the deer is color pencil, and everything else is gouache. I think one thing if I were to go back and I'd add more detail to the bushes, but honestly, not having much detail to the bushes kind of saved and put all the attention onto the deer and the sun. And I'm really proud of my blending on that, because I used do I have it with me? Yes. I used my Prismacolor set. I love this set so much. I've had it forever, but I used that, and then I painted, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And then I painted around with gouache, but super fun. But yeah, love the page. Very nice page. Last page, day 7. Again, trying to draw cowboys. This is not my forte. It is also weirdly hard to draw cowboy hats, because there's just so much different shapes, and then the different angles and the folds of the hat. Not to be a nerd about it, but like, yeah, it was hard to draw. The horse, the anatomy, those legs cannot buck anything. They are so skinny, but you know, again, we live, we learn. These pages, actually, I remember doing early in the morning, because I finished, not early in the morning, but later, well, okay, early in the morning, like 2 or 3 in the morning, so technically it was day 7. Just got a little head start. But I was like riding the high after finishing this page. I left this blank, worked on these 2 pages. You know, don't ask me about skeleton anatomy. We can call this an interpretive piece, but I was working on these pages, and then I drew this after, and then I went to bed. So it's probably not good, because I was very loopy and sleepy when drawing this page, but it's okay. Apples. I was outside when I was drawing this, and I think in the clip I showed of me beginning day 7, I was drawing the apple I was eating outside, and just, you know, I was having fun, and this was the sticker from it. But yeah, it's hard to draw the shading of the apple, but I had fun. I regret that doing a brown. I think it mutes the colors a lot of the apple, especially online, and not online, on camera and in person, but it's okay. I did it green, but the green washed it out so much, so I was like, whatever. Landscape. I got super lazy and gave up, but I think I was like meaning to go back to fix it. It just didn't happen that way. This poem, it was one of those like collages where I had the idea from the Adam and Eve like, I saw, like, through the article, wanted to take that, wanted to use a lot of the lines I liked. Again, not a coherent collage poem, but it's cute. This felt so 2016 to me. After I, like, chopped off her head and put flowers, I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I'm back in 2016 drawing flowers coming out of someone's head. It's so original, but you know, I think I would have loved to have a different page be on the poem, but it's okay. It's okay. I think this is supposed to be either redwood or sequoia, one of the native trees in California. Rabbit, you know, Pinterest, you know, just Google what trees look like, native trees look like in California. Fun stuff, fun stuff. This I had fun with. I had saved a lot of collage paper that had like a cowboy article. This page, so it started with this photograph of this woman. I usually would not cover up. I think what would have been the beauty of this collage is like keeping the nudity in, but since I was posting it on YouTube, I didn't want to get restricted or have a strike, so I covered it up by the words, and the title of this photograph actually was Woman by Woman. So from that title, I wanted to keep it in and use it and just cut out different pages and little collages of women. So had fun with that. I had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, not much to say about this one. I think I was just, you know, I had like 3-4 more pages to do, so I just pulled it out of my ass, but you know, fun page. So this page, I'll start before that. This page, I don't know if I ever explained it in the 2 videos I've posted so far, but I go to UCLA and I'm coming in as a transfer student, so I just had a lot of, from orientations and transfer days, I have a lot of paper saved from that. Just wanted to have a little fun moment with that. And then this is actually supposed to be my friend, but I'm really bad at drawing faces, so I wish it could have came up better, but it's okay. I try to capture her beauty, but I'm also really bad at drawing faces traditionally, so if you're watching this, I'm sorry. But you know, it's okay. I think for what it's worth, I think it's one of the better faces I've drawn in the sketchbook. And lastly, the end. When I got to the last page, I was just like, I don't fucking know what I want to draw. I mean, you know, at this point I was so exhausted. I was like, I want to end. And I remember watching a lot of other people's 1 week sketchbooks. They would have the end page and would just do like fun designs. I wanted to do that too. The designs did not end up the way I wanted it, but you know, for what it's worth, I'm glad it finally is over. But yeah, thank you for coming along with me for this little video flip through of the sketchbook. I definitely am going to make more art content, but yeah, I'm actually started a new sketchbook, and I'm practicing wash watercolor. This is what I'm currently working on right now, but yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching. And if the people are here from the first process video of my 1 week sketchbook challenge, I love you so much. You guys are so sweet. I did not even think anyone outside of my friends who I've sent this to, I did not think anyone else was gonna see it. So love you guys. Thank you for the support that you left on the last video. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Bye guys.